Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your resident Pudgy Penguin. Just getting back into the swing of things, and I think I'm gonna start doing like more videos, just talking more about life and how my life has been affected by a lot of things, and just this past few weeks have just been, this past month and a half, 2 months have been absolutely nuts. Well, it's just been so crazy. Like, first off, I got a house. A whole house, man. A whole freaking house. I am so excited. Let's see what else. I had to go to the loony bin twice. And, I was not too thrilled the second time, to say the least. But, I mean, whoever really is, Kids are growing like weeds. Just life, man. I fell for this really, really amazing guy, and it just all fell apart. And, I cheated on my husband with said guy, and it was just absolutely nuts, and it was crazy. It was just out of control. And I found out I have what they call a processing addiction. Okay? Well, as most people who are, have, mental health issues or whatever, they refer to the DSM-5, whatever version that they have out now. And it's like sex addiction, pretty much. And it's not so much for the action itself, it's more so for the emotion. It's like how there's actually a thing where they actually have said that, emotional cheating is a thing, it's just messed up. Like, I would always go out. I was gone for like a month and a half. Like, a whole month and a half just like went by. And I was so consumed by any and everything. Drugs, just everything. It just drugs, sex, just minus the rock and roll. It was just absolutely nuts. It was psychotic. I lost myself in this world of just turmoil and chaos that my husband had to literally put me in a mental institution. And I was scared, and all I wanted was for my life to get back to normal. And it's just like with the other guy, it was just like, I don't know what it was. It was just so passionate and hot, and just, it drove me insane just being around this person. And it's just, I literally felt like I was on cloud 9 all the time. And then things got crazy where, it started affecting my family life, and I pretty much lost, myself. I lost who I was as a person, and, I realized that I needed help. I didn't really realize that myself. It was a friend, people that were around me that were just like, look, you need to get some kind of help. It's just, you're acting crazy, and now every day I try to pick up the pieces, and I try to put back what my life was. But I realize that month and a half I'm never going to get back. That month and a half that I was away from my children, I'm never going to get back. That month and a half where I was just so neglectful of everything and everyone except for my own needs. I was just the most selfish person on the planet, and it drove me, like, just to think that the power of drugs and suggestion was just, it was all encompassing, and it was just all, it was a mess. I was a mess. But I'm on the fast track to try to get things right. I'm pretty much, gonna be starting work and everything with Anderson Merchandising. Shout out to you guys. They pretty much remodel Walmarts and stuff, and it's an overnight thing, So I mean, I'm super duper excited about that. I got the house. It was just, everything's just falling into place. Me and the other guy, we went our separate ways, and I mean, I guess in a way I would be lying to say that I didn't want that back. Like, I want that connection back. Like, I felt so hard for this person that it was just, is all I could think about every day. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I still do every now and then, and it just drives me crazy that I go so deep down that rabbit hole, and he's moved on with his life and everything, and it's just, in a way I'm kind of sad about it, but I'm also glad, because we were always told that we're not healthy for each other. I mean, we weren't really supposed to be together in the first place, but it was just that attraction. And I mean, and I guess that's what my whole summary is like, there's so much that goes into sex and emotion, and just it takes over sometimes, and sometimes you lose sight of who you really are, or who you were. And you can literally meet someone that could drive you so batty that nothing else in the world matters. And it sucks and then you end up losing things, and losing people that, and connections with people, and then, like, once you and that person, say you end, like, when you end and everything like that, it's just completely different. It's a whole different dynamic, because of the simple fact that you were so close, and you were on that level of, in love. And I mean, it bothers me a little that I fell so hard for someone, that I looked at someone in a way, like, I mean, it's not one of those things where, like, I regret it, because I mean, it was the best time of my life. And I mean, I just honestly wish that I could go back to, I wish that I had that dynamic with, with Steven. And it's just like, I never, I mean, and that's just me being honest, because, being with someone, you have to be honest that, if things are dull, if they're boring, and and you also have to know that no amount of money or stuff can ever replace that love and that affection that you receive. And I feel like I was just so starved for that, you know, and that's what caused me to lose myself. And then I ended up having to go to the hospital, and I sort of regained my sense of self back. And then, like, you know, my doctor messed up my meds, but I'm all good now, you know, like, I mean, it's just like I got a new lease on life. I got to realize that things that I was doing was not healthy. It was not healthy for me. It was not healthy for my children. My child, my 4-year-old child, told me that she didn't love me. That she didn't love me. And it broke my heart, like, into tiny little pieces. It tore me apart to hear that my baby doesn't love me anymore, because I wasn't me. I wasn't mommy, you know? And I guess wanted everyone to know that I was not okay. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie and say that I still am okay, because I'm not, you know? I'm in recovery. You know, and recovery is a bitch. It really is. But if you have the right people in your corner, and you have the right people that care about you and actually genuinely give a damn, and your family and your friends and your spouse, your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, you know, people would just, it would just make things so much, it makes things so much better. You know, I'm so glad that I have what I have right now, you know. You never know how grateful and shit that you become when, you know, it's like when you're about to lose it all, or you lose it all. I pretty much had to create a new me, a new sense of self, you know, like I became a new person in a way, you know, and I'm starting to adjust to this new person. And I mean, I can't wait to see what unfolds with all of this. And I mean, I wish everyone the best of luck and the best of just the best of everything. Enjoy your life. Enjoy everything that you're given. Everything that you worked for. Everything that you've ever been through. Look back on it and realize that, hey, this was really, really fucked up, but I made it. That's all I can tell myself every day. I fucking made it. I came back. And to know that the 2 little girls that I have had to go through all of that with me being away and everything, especially Evie, it took the biggest toll on her. Like, she could not handle it at all, you know. And no, it's just like every step I take, she's like underfoot. But I just wanted, I guess, everybody to know that I'm not perfect. I'm just like you. And it's okay to not be perfect. Like, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those shitty days, you know? And honestly, if you're not happy with somebody, then just go. Save them the trouble. Save them the heartbreak, Like, just know that, if you feel like the grass is greener on the other side, go for it. But in the end, I always, I've always been that person where I, have, went to the other side, and the other side really wasn't as green as I thought it was. Or it was, and it was just like, maybe I enjoy, my not so green grass too. It's like having your cake and eat it too sort of situation, like, I've realized a lot in this past few months, and I've grown a lot. Whether anybody can see it or not, I have. I don't care if you see it or not. I know that I know what I've done, and I know what I haven't done. At the end of the day, I'm still me. I just a me that takes medication every day to try to regulate and try to become, not really, a drugged up robot, but to, find that sense of normalcy. And it's okay to take pills. It's okay to take medication. Prescription medication, mind you. But there's nothing wrong with it. I used to always think that there was. I always hated it. I always thought that, I was never ever gonna be normal. But what the hell is normal? I think I made this video specifically for everybody, any and everybody who pretty much knows the situation. And for two, I made it for everybody who is going through this or has been through this. It sucks, but in the end, you get through it. Be tough, be strong, because there's always gonna be that light at the end of the tunnel. Even if you may not think that there is, there will be. That's all I got for you today. But check back in maybe tomorrow or whatnot, because I'm gonna be moving and everything like that and being busy and whatnot. So just here in the next few days, get ready for our house tour, because it's coming. Thanks for listening. I know many of you may not know who I am or even really give a damn about what I have to say, but it does feel good to get it out. I use this kind of like my diary. It's like a video journal for me. Until next time, everybody.